guys, so today I'm going to be sharing with you some easy last minute Christmas ideas because we're kind of getting down to the last few weeks till Christmas, and I don't know about you, but whenever I want to make a last minute gift, I tend to go towards more hats and scarves because those are the easiest and usually the fastest to make. So I'm going to be sharing with you some of my favorite patterns that I like to use whenever I'm kind of in a bind and I need to finish them very quickly, and they're also really cute and a lot of fun. Most of these you're going to be able to find on my blog, which is going to be linked down below for you guys, and I'll have all the patterns individually linked if you want to make a certain pattern. And then I also have two other patterns that I've made that I really do like, and they're by some different makers. So let's get started. The first one I'm going to show you is this hat, and it is called the Forever Knit hat, and this is what it looks like. I was inspired by a hat that I bought at Forever 21 a couple years ago, and I decided to make one very similar, and it is super easy to make really fast, and you just add a little pom-pom on top. It just takes one skein of yarn, and I think I used Premier anti-pill yarn if I'm thinking correctly, and so I just used one skein of that, and it didn't even take up the whole skein. I had some left over, and it's just really cute. So you just make the ribbing and then you fold it up, and it's super cute, and I really like how this one turned out. I actually forgot I made it, and I saw it and I'm like, I need to set this out so I can start wearing it. And I just really love the color, and it's not like your traditional ribbed pattern. There's a little bit of variation in it, so it's kind of fun to make because it's not the same pattern over just knitting. You kind of do some knitting, you do some purling. It's a little bit more interesting. The only part that's a little bit boring is the ribbed part because that's just knit one, purl one. But I really do like how this turned out, and it is a super quick make. Another hat that I have, and by the way, that was a knit pattern. This one is a crochet pattern, and I can't remember the name of it. I'll have a link down below. I believe it's called the Winter Blues hat, if I remember correctly. I should have looked it up, but I totally am blanking here. But I believe it's the Winter Blues hat, and you crochet the ribbing, then you work along, you join the ribbing together to create a circle, and you work around it, and then you also do the bead stitch. I made mine two-toned because I ran out of yarn. You do not have to make yours two-toned, but I do like how it turned out, and it's fun because every few rows you do the bead stitch, which is a lot of fun. It's a little bit different, but I do like how this hat turned out, and it is super comfortable to wear, very warm, and it's just adds a little bit of something to your closet, and it's also a super fast crochet make. Another knit item is one that I just released, and it is the red twisted headband and the red infinity scarf. This is a perfect little matching set to make someone, and it just takes one skein of the Premier Serenity yarn. I believe it's 295 yards of size 5 bulky weight, which is super easy to find actually, and you can find size 5 anywhere. They actually sell this yarn at Walmart, so if you're not able to go to Hobby Lobby or Michael's or anything like that, but you have a Walmart nearby, you can even buy it there and just buy a skein, and you'll be able to make a cute little matching set for somebody. And these also do not take long because you're using size 11 needles, which makes the project work up very quickly because they're such large needles. Not as large as size 15, but still pretty big. And for the scarf, you're just going to work in rounds until you get I worked for 8 inches, but you can also work as many rows or as few rows as you want to make it the width you would like, you desire. And then with the headband, you just work across on straight needles. It's only 14 stitches. You work till 19.5 inches, and then you sew it together to create the little twist. And it's just a little cute matching set for somebody, and it would not take you long to make at all. A fun crochet project is this one right here, which I've not mentioned a lot since I actually made it, and it's just this scrappy grainy square cowl that I made, and I just used my leftover yarn, but you could totally coordinate this in colors where you actually think out the pattern, use a certain shade range of colors. That would be absolutely beautiful. And it's kind of fun because it's a little bit different because you are using grainy squares. It's not the typical work back and forth in rows. You're working in rounds, and you make a ton of little grainy squares, and it's a lot of fun. I had a really good time making this, partly because it was in scrappy colors, so I kind of had to think out how I wanted it to look. So it's kind of fun, it's different. You can definitely make a one-of-a-kind cowl if you use your scrap yarn, but you also can make a really cute one if you use a certain color range. But yep, and then you just do a little nice border around the top and the bottom just to kind of even it out and bring it together. And this one is also a super fun make, and it will not take you long to make it all because you just make a bunch of little tiny Grainy squares. Okay, so this hat is actually my most worn hat, I think, the past year, or maybe 2 years, I'd have to say. And this one is I think how you say is all about Ami. Her name's Stephanie, and it is her, I believe it's the simple knit hat, and I'll have this link down below. But I absolutely love this hat pattern. You use size 6 weight for your yarn, so it's super bulky, and it works up so fast. I don't remember what size needles I used, either 11s or 13s, and it works up so quickly, and you have a hat probably within, I think I made mine in a day, maybe half a day. And I just love this yarn, which I got at Hobby Lobby. It's flecked with some black, some brown, and some light brown, but the little flecks just make it look really cute with the black pom-pom. I just really like how this hat turned out, and like I said, I wear it quite a bit, and I love it. It's super warm, super quick, so this is a perfect last minute Christmas gift. And also the other pattern I want to mention, I don't have it with me, but I believe it's her double brimmed knit hat, and that one is perfect for guys too. You just would adjust maybe the size if you need to make it a little bit bigger, or even if you need to make it a little bit smaller if you're making it for somebody else. But that's a really good one, I think, for guys because it is double brimmed. You can make it in a blue, gray, or whatever the guy's favorite color is, and I think they would really like it because it also keeps them warm, because since it is double brimmed, it'll cover up their ears. I don't know about you, but I get ear aches so bad if I'm out in the cold without a hat or some sort of headband on. So it'll just be a little bit double insulated to keep your ears warm and also to keep your head warm, but I think that one's a really good one if you're looking for a quick gift for a guy. And then the last thing I have to mention is this is another crochet project. This is the soft and squishy cowl, and I made this last year and I just really love it. I made it in black, but it's super easy to make. You use a little bit of a bigger sized hook just to kind of make it a little bit more squishier because you use a worsted weight with a big hook. Just makes it a little bit looser but not too loose where it's not warm. But I really like how this turned out, and it's super cute. It's super fast because you do use a large crochet hook, and does not take a lot of yarn at all. I believe I used 2 skeins of Lion Brand's basic stitch yarn, I believe, and it turned out super cute. And like I said, does not take long to make at all, and you could definitely make it in a wide variety of colors. You could also stripe it, which would also be super cute. But yeah, so those are some of the few of the last Christmas gift ideas if you're looking for some, because like I said, we are kind of getting down to the last few weeks, and if you have anybody left on your list, or maybe you found somebody you're like, oh my goodness, I need to make them something, maybe some of these will be good ideas for you, so then you don't have to spend the last 3 weeks being stressed out trying to finish long-term gifts. These are short and simple, which is what I personally love for making gifts around Christmas, so then I can still enjoy the season and not be stressed out by making a bunch of gifts. But I hope you guys found this video helpful. Let me know down below what you guys are making for Christmas. You don't have to say for who. I'm just curious what type of gifts you're making and what's your favorite go-to last minute gift. Like you can probably see, mine definitely has to be hats or scarves because they're just super easy for me to make, super fast. I probably go more towards hats because I feel I can finish those even faster, especially if I'm knitting them with chunky yarn. Probably that's my go-to. But I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!